What's good, y'all? SkyMav in the building, and today we're talking about NBA jerseys. I was one of those kids back in the day. Man, if Allen Iverson took off his sleeve for one day, I would notice it. If LeBron didn't wear his headband, I noticed it, man. I was one of those kids. I was detail-oriented when it came to basketball. Love the wristbands, the socks, the accessories, love the jerseys. And I'm a sucker for jerseys that look old school, classic jerseys. Again, when I do this tier list, it's all my opinion. It's not based upon anything but just what I like. So don't get too hurt in the comments, or don't get too offended if I like your jersey, or if I like this jersey, if I dislike this jersey, or whatever the case is. Appreciate everybody for tuning into my last video. If you didn't see it, go check it out. The truth about Russell Westbrook is fit on the Lakers. That was the biggest video to this point since returning to YouTube. So I appreciate all the support. Again, if you want to get a chance to earn $100 Nike gift card, follow my Twitter at SkyMav6 and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Every new follower, I screenshot, I put it in a vault, and you're entered into that drawing for a $100 Nike gift card once I reach 200 subscribers. Okay, without further ado, we talk about these jerseys. These came out all, I think, earlier today or yesterday, every design. And keep in mind, these jerseys don't show the full jersey. It's just the top, because the shorts for some of these jerseys make the jersey look a little bit better. But I haven't seen the shorts for every one of these jerseys. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see how this works out. As we see, we got the tiers: GOAT, Fire, pretty self-explanatory for those two. Decent, mid-tier. Weird, we all know that. And then the last one, doo-doo, explains itself. Let's get started. Right now with the Atlanta Hawks jerseys. When the Atlanta Hawks came up with that neon colorway, I was not really feeling it. I love that they went back to the old school look, and these ones kind of just replicate that. This reminded me of old school Josh Smith to me. I'm going to put it in the decent category only because that color, that mustard yellow color, I'm not a fan of. But those jerseys I do like. I do like the old school, Josh Smith, Josh Childress days. That's what it reminds me of. Salim Stoudemire. These are old names that you guys don't know, I'm sure. But that's what it reminds me of. That's a decent one. These Celtics jerseys, they're decent as well. I'm going to also be tiering them in order. But I'm going to put these in weird for now because I don't love them. And if you see the full jerseys, there's this weird patch on the shorts that's like silver. It kind of takes away from the jersey a little bit to me. I'll put that in weird for now. I may move that up. This jersey right here. This jersey goes right all the way to the GOAT. I know it's early. I know. Don't get on me. It's early, but this is going to the GOAT category. And the reason is, growing up, I was the biggest Nets fan in like the 90s, 80s. I mean, I wasn't born in the 80s, but of course, I went back and watched all those clips. I grew up off those. And like the Kenny Anderson look, the Dr. J look, this kind of encapsulates both of those kind of feels, the 90s era of the Nets and the 70s kind of era of the Nets. Derek Coleman, it just brings goosebumps to me as a classic basketball fan, a guy who likes old school basketball, likes 90s basketball. This is it's such a beautiful jersey, and I'm biased also because navy blue is my favorite color. This one I love. I love this Nets jersey. The Charlotte jersey, to me, I'm gonna put it in the decent category. I would put it in the fire because I do like the way this looks, but the Charlotte, they need to kind of go. I mean, I love the teal and purple. They're glad they brought it back, but I mean, they can improve upon it. I think we kind of just seen a lot of Charlotte jerseys look similar to this. I think they just need to improve upon that style, and there's nothing wrong with changing the color scheme, but just make something a little more unique. I think that's what it is. These Bulls jerseys, I get what they're going, the old school kind of 70s feel. I don't like these, to me. I'll put them in the decent category because they're not weird, because I kind of see what the theme was, but I'm not a big fan of those ones at all. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. The Cavs jerseys, I love Cleveland's jerseys. I always have. I just love their color scheme. I'm going to put these in the decent one. I'm going to put these at the top of the decent category because I can't put these in fire because I'm a fan of the LeBron era, and I love the Navy uniforms that they used to wear. So if they brought back any kind of Navy color scheme, they had that last year or a couple years ago, the kind of the Navy with the stripes on the side. I like that a lot. This one is old school. This is like Austin Carr, World Be Free type jersey. And I like it. I like the logo. I love the gold. But I'm gonna save this section for some other type of jerseys, the fire section. Dallas's jerseys, they're just weird to me. I'm not a big fan. I love the green, and a lot of people don't like the green with Dallas. My voice cracking. But I like the green only because it reminds me of Dirk wore them a couple times in the 2007, 2008, 2007 for sure his MVP season. He wore the green alternate jerseys, and I like that. But when it comes to like the white, blue, and green and putting it all together, you gotta be a lot cleaner than that to me. I don't know. Maybe if I see the shirts that look better. I'm also not a huge fan of the shiny material, and looks like the sides of the trim of the jersey is that material. I'm just not a big fan. That's me personally. These jerseys, I mean, you can't go wrong with that Denver rainbow, but the fact that they put it with the navy, like I just said, I love navy. Oh, a different shade, of course, than the Nets one, but I love this, man. I love this jersey. This is GOAT tier jersey. It's behind this Nets jersey for sure, just because Denver's already done something. They've already kind of messed around with this rainbow style, but I think this is one of the better ones that they've done. In fact, I'm actually gonna put this in fire. I don't love. It looks kind of like their old school or their jersey they have now with the rainbows on the side. It looks like the rainbows are they kind of just throw it in, but it still looks good. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Not a lot of people are gonna agree with me on this one, but I'm actually a bigger fan of these Pistons uniforms. I'm gonna put them right here. I like the red with the Pistons. Every time they kind of dip into that, I mess with it. It doesn't remind me of anything specifically, but I just like it. I like the red with the Pistons. I want to see the Pistons relevant again. It's a team that I've always when I was growing up first watching basketball, they were always a powerhouse, and since like 2010, as you know, they haven't been able to even compete for a playoff or compete for much. I mean, there's that couple of runs they had with the Reggie Jackson, Andre Drummond. They went to the playoffs with Blake Griffin, even though he's banged up. But I want to see like a real Pistons team come up that we expect to actually compete for a championship. That'd be cool. They're far off now, but I hope that happens for them. It's a fun franchise. When we go to these Warrior jerseys, bruh, I'm not the biggest fan. I wouldn't go as far to say that they're weird, because on the court, the black always looks good. I'm gonna put them above these, because the black is gonna look good on the court. It is, and when you put the black with the Warriors, it always looks pretty good. I think what it is about this is just a little simple to me. Sometimes simple is good, but it's got the blue on the side. Looks a little Oklahoma City Thunder-ish to me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It's kind of looks like lightning bolts. I don't know. Not too much, but I don't have too much of an opinion about that one. It just looks basic to me. I love this year that they're not doing a lot of black. When these Nike City Editions first came out, they did a lot of black uniforms. I think it just kind of got drawn out, and that's maybe there's a little hangover from that. That's why I don't feel those ones that much. These ones, oh my goodness. I'm putting these in the GOAT tier only because this is one of the only ones I see that's like a direct, almost replica of what we saw these guys wear early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s with the Houston Rockets, transferring over from like the Charles Barkley, Scottie Pippen days, which you guys only remember they played for the Rockets, and then moving on to like the Steve Francis, Cuttino Mobley days, which I loved those two cats in the backcourt. That was so fun to watch, and then Yao came, of course, and then they kind of changed the branding a bit, but that look, it's just classic. Again, I have a thing for classic jerseys, for classic looks, especially if it's era that I enjoyed watching, and that's why I put that one in the GOAT tier. These Pacers jerseys, to me, I mean, I'll put them at the top of the decent category, only because they're just so classic. They remind me of Reggie Miller. The later, early stages, it kind of has the Pacers logo is the early, like late 80s, early 90s of the Pacers, but it has that feel of kind of, you could see Jermaine O'Neal wearing this jersey also. So it just looks like I love the ones that mix all of that's why I like the Nets jersey. It just mixes all of the different eras of Pacer basketball, and I like that. The Clippers, again, they're going for their old school look, the Buffalo look. I like these jerseys. I don't mind these. Again, the color scheme, if you don't know their past as a team, you're not really gonna get why their colors are like that. I'm not gonna put them that high. And actually, I'm gonna put these Hawks jerseys behind these. And I'll put this one. Sorry, I'm changing things. a lot. I'll do like that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, they're decent, and I'm sure they're gonna look really good on the court. That Clipper team, I mean, they like Paul George is one of my favorite players, so I just like to see, you know, the jerseys on him. I mean, he probably look cool with it. But that's that. They're decent. These Laker jerseys, these are kind of hit or miss with people how they feel about them. I'm gonna put them in. I mean, they're good. I'm gonna put them in the fire category. I'm a little biased there, you know, because I'm a Laker guy, but they look good. I like the ice, the white and the blue. The purple is good. I just kind of want to see it on the court. I think that's really what I want to feel. I want to see what trims they wear out there. They're probably gonna go with their all white, which will probably look pretty good. So that's fire. I'll put that right behind the Denver Nuggets ones. These Memphis jerseys, I can't really get a good vision of what these actually are. If that's what it is, and it's that plain, then they're gonna go in the weird category to me, probably at the top of it, because I don't like these other two. But maybe it has more to it. Again, I can't see the shorts. Maybe the shorts make it look better, but if it just looks plain, that's just really plain to me. These Miami jerseys, man, these jerseys to me are poop, bro. Only because we know the history of how good Miami's jerseys have been. Like, between the Miami Vice era, especially when you talk about like the original ones, the white one and the black one, how they just killed it on those. You talk about even going further back to the LeBron era, where you had the whiteout jerseys, the blackout jerseys, the infrared jerseys where it was just the red and white. Like, they had so many dope jerseys, and this one is just random. It looked like a serial killer letter, bro. I just don't love I don't love the way this looks. I don't. I honestly like the jersey, the way it looks with the black and the orange goldish trim, but nah, I don't love the way that looks. It just looks random. It looks like it just, I don't know. It doesn't look like an NBA team's jersey. Oh, these Bucks jerseys, to me, I gotta go fire, man. Because, again, you know, I love the old school. This is bringing in two eras again. Has the old school with the green and white on the sides with the stripes, looking back like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, of course, Oscar Robertson days. But it has the purple, which was integrated, I think, a little bit later in that era. I don't know if Kareem played with the purple on his jersey, actually. So that's kind of mixing in two eras. His old Bucks jersey. I don't know why I always think of Desmond Mason when I look at those old purple Bucks jerseys, but I like it. It's classic, and I love the white. They're not my favorite. I'll put them in the back of this fire. They honestly could go in the decent category, but I think, again, repping the classic Bucks, I like the way they look. These Wolves jerseys, I feel like they've done these before. I'll put them here. I feel like they've done these before. I like them. They're good. They're decent. There's not much to say about those rookie Stephon Marbury looking jerseys. New Orleans. I like these New Orleans jerseys. I'm gonna put them in the decent category right here. Only because New Orleans has had some straight garbage jerseys. They had those one jerseys where they was out there looking like the Knights of like the Round Table with those terrible jerseys. But these ones are decent. These ones are fine. I can live with these ones. They have the New Orleans Pelicans colors on the side. It's simple. It's white. I love the NOLA. And New Orleans is a great city. It just, I don't know why their advertising sometimes is just terrible. Even those the Mardi Gras jerseys were decent, but I haven't liked the ones recently. But these ones are fine. These Knicks jerseys, wow. I think I might have to put these in the fire category. I might have to put these right above the Bucks, just because the Knicks don't do a lot of black. They don't do black all that often. They had a couple different black jerseys over the last 5 years or so, but none of them have stood out except for this one. This one looks really good. It's simple, which I like, and it looks like, you know, the Knicks are kind of have that feel. They're kind of they're a physical team. They're rugged. Randall's just such a hard-nosed player that it just makes I just saw a jersey that I really like. I didn't even see before, but I'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, I like these jerseys for the Knicks. Again, like I said, black can be drawn out, but I think they did well with this one. Now, these jerseys, bro, what are we doing right now with the Oklahoma City Thunder? Why are we making a white-on-white jersey, bro? Why are we doing this? This looks ridiculous, man. And I see the idea, like, it kind of looks crisp just a little bit, in a way. But it's just the idea that you would think to make a white and silver jersey is just dumb to me. I think that's just really, it's just the principle of it. Like, there's so many colors that the Thunder have. Like, the Thunder, we've seen them gray, we've seen them yellow, we've seen them orange. Like, we've seen all kind of different jersey styles, and just the best you can come up with, it just seems really lazy to me. These Magic jerseys, oh my goodness. This is one I was peeping at. These are so good, man. And because I love the orange incorporated with the Magic. And these ones just seem to do it the best. I mean, it's simple in the middle, but the sides are so bright that it makes the jersey pop. It's just classic. I've always loved the pinstripes on the Orlando Magic since they started doing it and bringing them back. And I just love the orange incorporated with it. Not much to say about those ones. Those are GOAT tier to me. These Sixer jerseys are so bizarre because I like them. I do like them, but they don't remind me of any era of the Sixers. Like, that's just me. I don't see this jersey and think of any Sixers era. I'll put them in the fire category only because they look so cool. They do look cool. They look retro, but I can't associate any other Sixer era with those jerseys, but that's fine. They're still good looking jerseys. They just don't look like Sixers to me, even though they do have the navy and the red. It's just interesting with the rainbow-ish colors on the side. It's different. It's different, but I like it. These jerseys are decent. The Suns Valley jerseys, I think I'll put them right here. I mean, they were fun when they first came out. We've seen them for the last couple of years. I think that's all it is. Just a little tired of seeing them just because we've seen this. Everybody else seems to have a New City jersey, other than a couple teams, and this is one of the teams that just doesn't. But they're fun. They obviously bring on a new meaning when you talk about their playoff run that they had, so they're going to be classic jerseys, and people are going to always remember that era of the Suns that went to the finals and led by Chris Paul, and that's really kind of like the jersey that represents that. The Blazers jerseys, these ones, they've come on to me a little bit. Pause. They've kind of I've came onto them a little bit more. Pausing in, but it's like I think that they're decent. They're definitely in the decent category. I'll put them here. I didn't like them at first. I looked at them when they looked kind of old school with the Rip City and the lettering. But what I hate about these jerseys, honestly, is just the trim on the sides. It just looks so. The Blazers normally, they never wear trimming on the side of their jerseys, and I think that just throws me off. I think if they didn't have the trim, matter of fact, if these jerseys, I'm putting them in the weird category I'm putting them at the bottom of the decent category only because if they didn't have this trim, they would look so good. This on the side, they would look good. They would look so classic. Then they would look like the Clyde Drexler days, and I would love that. But this just isn't doing it for me. It's just a little off. These Sacktown jerseys, I'm putting these are another classic ones. I'm actually gonna put these at the head of the decent category for now, only because I know they look really simple, but if you look at the shorts, bro, the shorts look nice. And of course, this is like Jason Williams, then later became Mac Bibby, Chris Webber type days with Sacktown, Peja and then Vlade. Like, this is a fun era. And I love to see that era represented because I want to see same with Detroit. I want to see Sacramento back in the mix too. That may take them a long time as well, but they're close. They've got some good pieces. De'Aaron, Tyrese, they're fun. They're fun to watch. This Spurs uniform is so interesting. Cause I like it. Does it remind me of anything of the Spurs? No. I'm just loving this decent category. I'm gonna put them here. You know what? No. I'm putting these in weird. And the only reason I'm putting these in weird is because every other jersey to this point has their team's best player's number on it, if you can recognize. For whatever reason, this team, the Spurs, have Thaddeus Young's numbers. Thaddeus Young wears number 30 this year. And Thaddeus Young is barely even playing. Like, he's barely even getting playing time. And he's definitely not their best player. Why would they choose, of all players' numbers, to bring Thaddeus Young to represent their city jersey? Where's DeJounte Murray, bro? Or anybody else? He hadn't even been on the team. He played 3 games. That's why they're in the weird category to me. I don't really care. These Raptors jerseys are always amazing to me. I want to see them on the floor. I'll say fire. I can't put those in GOAT only because they're not original. We've seen this design plenty of times ever since Drake got there, pretty much, and was doing his ambassador stuff. We saw the gold with the Raptors, and it's fun. It's cool. This is my favorite one. To be honest, I don't know. There's been like so many different versions of this type of jersey. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I'll put it in the front because it's just always the black and gold to me. It's just always so cool, and I love the Raptor logo. It looks really detailed. I'm gonna see it on the court. I want to see that one on the court for sure. This one is just, I mean, this Jazz jersey, I love it. I do love the jersey. When it first came out, it was probably high on my list. But it's just, we've seen it. We've seen it before, and I'm really rewarding the originality. I get that the fans and the organization, especially when it comes to the Suns one, they had a different jersey that I did see, but it got overwritten because the fans wanted the other Valley jerseys to come back, and probably the same thing happened to Utah, so that's fine. And they're in the decent category, and I like to see that continuity, so that's fine to me. What are these, bro? I didn't even know that these were going to be the last ones, but come on now. What are these? What is that, bro? That is terrible. And that's another thing with Washington, where it's like Oklahoma City. Washington, again, has less color schemes, but Washington has so many different classic looks. And the Wizards, the heritage, the Bullets back in the day. And this is just not it, bro. Maybe the shorts look decent, but this is not it. I don't like that at all. And yes, I'm putting that behind the Thunder jersey. Because again, the Thunder was just lazy, but it's not terrible. But this is just bad. Anyway, that's it. That's it. I had a great time doing these jersey, ranking these tiers. But that's what I'm going to go with. For now, again, you can debate in the comment section. Debate me on Twitter if you want to. Follow me on Twitter at SkyMav6. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, if you want a double entry into my gift card drawing, you can subscribe to my Instagram. Nothing on there right now, but it's at SkyMav6, and it's going to get started pretty soon here. Appreciate you guys for all your support. And that's it. SkyMav out.